So this is an F-35, which is a vertical takeoff version of this stealth fighter. It's an aircraft that costs about $100 million a pop, which is very expensive, but it's a little cheaper than some other fighters today. But having said that, the reason why we're calling it one of the world's most expensive fighters is because the F-35 is part of the America's most expensive fighter program in history. Runs into $44 billion, over $1 trillion over its lifetime, making it easily the most expensive fighter aircraft program. Now, this particular aircraft, which belongs to the Royal Navy, that is the British Navy, started on Saturday night, 6 days ago on Saturday night at about 9:20 p.m. when the pilot of that F-35 who had launched from the HMS Prince of Wales aircraft carrier, was trying to get back to the ship in the Arabian Sea, but there was adverse weather. There were very, very high wind speeds, as a result of which the aircraft couldn't land back on the carrier. It's an aircraft that lands vertically, almost like a helicopter, back on the deck. It couldn't do so because of the sea conditions, and therefore it needed to divert to Tiruvanantpuram as an emergency measure. That's also not unusual, but once it landed, it became clear to technicians, the pilot, people from the Royal Navy who arrived later that night, that this was not just a low fuel situation. There was something obviously more seriously wrong with the aircraft, and we now know that to be a hydraulic failure and or some kind of an engine fault, which for 6 days now has not been rectified. Technicians from the Royal Navy and the ship arrived on a helicopter twice over the last 6 days to try and fix it. They haven't been able to do it so far. So I am told this could mean a more serious issue with the aircraft. And remember, an aircraft that's sitting on the ground is of no use to anyone. These aircraft are formidable. They are extremely capable and advanced once they're in the air. They are barely visible to radar, but sitting on the ground, is exactly the opposite of what an F-35 should be doing. And that tells us that things are, more than just seriously wrong, and they need to be rectified. The trick here, of course, is that India doesn't operate F-35s. So it's not like India has, maintenance or overhaul or repair facilities for this particular aircraft. And if something is wrong with a particular part of this aircraft, which are classified in general, India cannot help. And that's perhaps one of the reasons why it's taking such a long time to get this aircraft into the air again.